It is, I was about to say good morning, but it's actually afternoon. I've got these two crazy little babies over here who were playing quite ferociously with each other till I picked them up. This is Rachel. This is Draco. Like Draco Malfoy. Yeah, we've also got Harry. I think he's downstairs though. Anyways, so Rachel and Draco. I just picked them up to stop some of the roughhousing so I could start this video. Yay. There we go. Okay, so yesterday I finished the quilt top for my nephew's quilt, which means today I have to start quilting both of the quilts. The first order of business is going to be to piece together the backing. I am not positive I have enough. Hey, stop, you guys. Do you hear the chorus? James, come here. Jamie, come here. Oh, okay, you sit here now. Okay, so I'm not actually, this is the backing for my niece's quilt. And I'm not actually positive that I have enough because I did not actually work off of a specific pattern. I took a quilt block, followed the tutorial for that, made as many of that block as I had the material for, and then pieced them together like that. So I had no clue ahead of time the dimensions or anything. So I'm hoping that I have enough of this. If not, I'm going to have to do some unpicking on the quilt and take out a row or maybe a column. We will see. But so this is the first one. And then the one for my nephew is this really cute dinosaur print. And this one came as a kit. And so I know I have enough of this one. But I'm not sure yet if I have to piece it or if it was wide enough. So yeah, we'll see about that. I do have the directions for that. I just have to look at that one a bit more. But the reason why I wanted to do this video now is because I got an exciting package in the mail and it came way faster than I was expecting. And that is Carrie from Freckled Whimsy did a de-stash of her personal yarns. And she put up 3 skein mystery kits. And she had 2 different options. One was for self-striping and one was for non-self-striping. And these are not her dyes. They're ones from her personal collection. So other people dyed them. So I got one of both. And I have no clue what they look like. I literally only just opened the package. I didn't look in. So we're going to see what's in here. Okay, it looks like self-striping came up first. And it looks like, did I get, all 3 are from the Cozy Knitter, which is cool because I've never had yarn from the Cozy Knitter before. So let me pull them out and show you what they look like. I really like this first one. Look at that. And so this one is called Heartbreaker. And it is an 80-20 base. So 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And it's 420 yards for the main one. So that is very pretty. And I've never had from Cozy Knitter, so that's very cool. I was kind of hoping to get Desert Vista Dye Works. I don't know if she had any of that in her personal stash, but okay, this one's called After the Rain. Oh, that is beautiful. Grays and purples. Very pretty. Growing up, and for a couple years in high school, my sister and I, we shared a room, and our room was purple and black. So that kind of reminds me. And then this one is called A New Day, and that does look like a sunrise or something like that. So very pretty. 3 really nice self-striping that I can add to my collection. Making sure these are all 80/20. Yes, I don't have a ton of 80/20. I've discovered 85/15 is my favorite, but I also have a ton of 75/25. Not much 80/20 though, so that is really nice. Okay, and then the second bag will be the non-self-striping. So let's see what's in here. Oh, wow. All 3 are from dyers I've never had yarns from, so that's really exciting. I was hoping for that with this non self-striping one, because it's nice to be able to try other people. So this one is Bay Street Yarns. Look at that. That is fun. So this one is called 80s One of a Kind. No. Yeah, One of a Kind. So I think this is a one of a kind dye. That is fun. And this is a 75/25. I thought so, because when I first started knitting, I couldn't tell the difference, but now I can tell that 75/25 is thinner. Very pretty. Oh, I am so excited to work with this. Okay, that's the first one. Now this is one that just yesterday I was looking on Ravelry to see if there was any destashes of this dyer's yarn, and there wasn't really. So I'm excited to have gotten one, and that is from a Homespun House. Colorway probably not my fave, but that's okay because I don't hate it, which is always a bonus. And this one has a gold sparkle in it, and it's a subtle gold sparkle. It's not like some sparkles that are really in your face. It's very subtle, which I like. And it's called Mermaid of the Black Lake. Look at that. And so this is 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. Very pretty. And the final one is from Primrose Yarn, which I've also never had yarn from them, and I do like this. And this one's called Levitate, and it's on their Ultimate Sock base, which is 80/20. The tag is a bit worn. So 80/20, very nice. Overall, I'm really happy with these purchases. I think I didn't get anything I didn't like. Because that's always the worry with the mystery, is that you'll get something that you absolutely hate and you're like, well, wasted money on that. So let me just hold these all up like that. Very nice collection. So I'm really happy I could share the unboxing with you. I am going to edit yesterday's video. I didn't go to bed till like, I don't know, close to 5 a.m. The sun was definitely coming up. So I am going to work on the cowl while I edit it, and hopefully I'll finish the next color and then be able to open day 6 or 7 or something like that with you. I'm hoping to open 2 days worth today because I didn't open 2 days worth yesterday. Whatever. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay, so I haven't done any quilting. Shocker. It is about 20 to 4, so not too bad in terms of lateness in the day. I finished editing the video and it's uploaded now. And then I had put on an episode, today's episode of the Bakery Bears. It was their new episode out today. And so while watching that, I did a color on the pixie dust cowl. In part, I wanted to do that because this is a design from Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and so I thought it would be cool to knit on one of her designs while watching her podcast with her husband. If you don't watch the Bakery Bears, I highly recommend them. It's a husband-wife couple. She she designs patterns, and they have great chemistry together. And then he's a big history buff person, and so there's two new episodes a month. And on one, she's dyeing yarn and working on a pattern called My Favorite Blanket. And then on the other one, he is visiting monasteries right now this year, doing the rise and fall of the monasteries. And it's just really interesting. And their knitting is fantastic. I just really love them. And like last year, he did Walking the Dales, and it was just very beautiful and peaceful to knit to. And he has so much information. And so I really, really enjoy the Bakery Bears. So if you haven't checked them out, highly recommend. They are probably my favorite knitting podcast. Not even probably. They're definitely my favorite knitting podcast. I don't watch too many though, so... okay, so here is what it looks like. I finished this second color. I am glad actually that I only had enough of this first color for 2 repeats, because I'm liking these shorter little blips. I think that the colors are running together nicely. This looks so much nicer than the original project I had started with this advent, so I'm so glad that I chose this pattern for this one. And this is one I think I would love to do another advent in. I'm really enjoying it. And so I did just the first few stitches of color 4 just to get it kind of started. What I want to do when I'm ready for my next quilting break is to time myself to figure out how long it takes me to do these 8 rounds. And that will give me a kind of idea about catching up. I also completed the Battenberg square with that color. Hey, Gracie, none of that. I completed the Battenberg square with that color. And this is about how much I have left over. What I'm thinking is that with my leftover yarns, that if anything that's 2 grams or less, I'm going to just start a magic knot ball and just wind that onto that. Anything that is more than 2 grams, I will keep in case I need like a little accent color or just something that's really doesn't use much yarn at all. And then a Cozy Memory square takes 5 grams. So a Battenberg's about 2.5. I need to weigh it again. But, yeah. But I only want to do 1 Battenberg from each color. So, yeah. That's my little update. I do have the day 6 colors that I thought I would open with you guys real quick. My pain level is so much better today. I haven't taken any pain medication, in part because I think I overdid it with the Advil over the last like 2 to 3 weeks of being in this pain, and I think I've developed an ulcer. I'm having really bad heartburn, and yeah, so I took 2 Advil last night before going to bed, but besides that, I hadn't taken, I took 2 in the morning yesterday, and that was all that I took during the whole day. And then today, I haven't taken any yet, and I'm just trying to deal with the pain, which isn't so bad. So I think it's finally starting to really heal. And so what I'm gonna do before I get into any of the quilting is I'm gonna go heat up some soup for lunch, because it's a pretty moderate day. I haven't even run the air conditioning in here at all. So have some soup for lunch. I need something that's like pretty mild. We had spaghetti for dinner last night, and that did not help the heartburn at all, and I even only ate half of my spaghetti. So I've got to have something mild. And then I think I'm going to take a bath with Epsom salt, and when I've been doing that, that's really helped with the pain in my thigh. So then after that, I will come back and figure out the backing on the quilt, and I am hoping to maybe have the quilting done on one of the quilts. We'll see. That might be optimistic. But so let's get started. Day 6 is tonks on this one. Pink or just like all out colorful. That's my guess. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I would love a full skein of this. That is beautiful. I really like that. Oh, I cannot wait to work this one in. Okay. And this is the first one that's in a cake instead of a ball, I think. I don't actually, maybe yesterday's was, I don't know. Okay, so stuff that back in there. Okay, day number 6 on this one is called Bogart. Well, that one's hard because no one knows what they look like because they just manifest as your biggest fear. You could think that maybe, whenever I think of the Bogart, I always think of Neville's fear, which was Snape in the hat, like the grandma's hat. Well, his fear was Snape, and then the funny thing was in his grandma's hat. So maybe like black with pink. I doubt it, but let's see. Okay, not at all. Not at all. This is so far from that guess. This is what it looks like. That's very nice. Like a tonal color. Nice and squishy. Okay, so again, this is one I wonder, like, what was the inspiration for this color? I would just like to know. But yeah. So I will be back later with more updates. I am hoping to get another stripe done on the cowl and another Battenberg square, and then to do one of the quilts. So we'll see how much I get done. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey friends, it is 2:45 a.m. and I never took the bath earlier today. So I'm getting ready to go take a bath right now and then go to bed. I did do about 4 rounds. So 1 repeat of the next color. Well, no, I don't even think I did the whole repeat. I should actually probably figure it. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm in the middle of the 3rd round. With that, but I wanted to open color number 7. So on this one, it's called Swish and Flick. I don't know why I'm picturing silver. It's not. It is like a It's like cream with a little bit of green in it, but then it's got specks of teal and red and blue. Very pretty. So that is the Sparkle Harry Potter. It's from a dyer called Crystal Sky Hand Dyes. I don't know if I've mentioned that. And then day number 7 on this one, which was the year 3, is called Time Turner. And that was gold, wasn't it? So maybe gold with, I don't think you can do white specks, can you? But that would be cool if you would, like the grains of the sand and the Time Turner. Okay. I will admit this is the first one where I'm like, ooh. This, I don't think it is showing quite how bright and neon-y looking it is. I don't know why this is Time Turner. Honestly, not really a fan. But we will persevere. We'll put it in the blanket and... so that's the first one where I've been like, no. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to do is give my quilting update. I did manage to do a lot of quilting work. So, okay, the quilt I'm making for my nephew is called a quillo. So what it is it's a quilt that can fold up into a pillow shape. And then you store it in its little compartment. Let me see if there's the picture of the quillo in the pattern. Okay, so see how it all folds up into that. And that is actually attached. I think I can show this without like really giving anything away. So you sew on this part onto the bottom part of the backing, and then you fold it first into the thirds, and then you start folding it down smaller until you're able to put it inside the quillo. So I completely finished this. I hadn't even cut the blue fabric yet, so I did that. I did a top stitch all around. I did stitch in the ditch for quilting. That's what it looks like in the back. So pretty happy with that. And I love the feel of a freshly made quilt. Like, it has such a unique feel. I love it so much. So this part is completely finished. As for the main part, I have done the whole joining of all the pieces. I just now have to do the quilting. And I wish I had read through all the directions for this before I did the work on sandwiching Evelyn's, because what this one is that the way this quilt works is that you put the batting on the bottom layer, then you put the backing fabric right side up, and you put the quilted top wrong side down, and then you stitch all the way around, leaving about an 8 to 10 inch opening, and then you flip it in reverse, and then you top stitch it all down. I haven't done that yet, but then you quilt it. And with smaller quilts like this, that works so good. And I've heard about doing it before, but I completely forgot about it. But I wish, especially for ones without a border or anything like that, it works so good. And had I done this first, I would not have sandwiched Evelyn's, because this is basically, I've made it more difficult for myself. I now have to do a binding on hers, and I don't have to do that on Hayden's. I just have to top stitch all around, and then I still have to do the quilt and the stitch in the ditch for quilting to keep it all like in place. But after that is done. Like, yeah. So his is a decent way to done. So, and I love how this dinosaur fabric looks on the back. So I hope he loves it. And first thing I'll do tomorrow is I will do that top stitch all the way around, because I'll use my 1/4 inch foot for that. You do a 1/4 inch all around. And then I will switch foot and I will be done with 1/4 inch for the foreseeable future, because Evelyn's doesn't need it anymore. So anyway, so that's where I'm at on Hayden's. On Evelyn's, I did the traditional sandwiching. I did use spray basting, because if I hadn't spray basted, I would have just gone back and done that, but it is already sticky. I think it's too late. It's too late to change it. So here is what hers looks like. So the next step on hers will be to do the quilting. I'm still trying to decide how I want to quilt it. I'm thinking just stitch in the ditch. Yeah, I'm thinking just stitch in the ditch. I have so much to do and there's so little time. So, however, with the binding method that I am going to use for hers, what you do is after you're done quilting, you make sure you never quilt past the quilt top. You do not go onto the batting, because when you're done, you'll need to cut all the batting excess off, just the batting. And then you'll go around and you'll cut the backing fabric so it's 2.5 inches, and then you fold it down to, sorry, let me raise it up a little bit higher. You fold it right down to the fabric line, and then you fold it over again, and you use glue and your iron to make it stick and stay in place really nicely. But then you fold it over and then you stitch all around it, and it does make it really simple. And then you have this border that goes all the way around. You didn't have to attach anything. You didn't have to sew strips or anything like that. So that is the kind of cheater binding I like to use a lot. I did have some trouble with the fabric puckering on the back, but I think that's one of the things about quilts is those things happen, and like as it gets washed and used, it all just kind of sorts itself out. I don't know. Anyways, so this is her back. And I think it looks so good. I had to, I guess over here, yeah, over here I had to attach a strip, and I mean, I think it looks pretty good. So, really happy with how this is turning out. I will do Hayden's first because it's a little bit easier, and then I will do Evelyn's, and maybe by some miracle I'll finish tomorrow, but if not, then on Sunday. My husband rented me a rental car so I could drive down. I was going to take the train, but I didn't really want to because you also have to change onto like a Greyhound bus, and I was a little bit nervous about all of that. And then taking all my stuff. And so now I'll have a car to drive, and so that'll make it a little bit nicer. But anyways, so yeah, I've got a busy day ahead of me tomorrow. So I'm gonna go take a bath. I managed to go the whole day without taking any pain medication, and I was doing good until about an hour to two, and the pain really hit then. So I'm gonna take a bath with Epsom salt, and then I'm gonna take a couple Advil PMs, and that will be the only pain medication I've taken the whole day. So then I'll go to sleep. I'm gonna try to maybe finish this fourth color while letting my hair dry. If I don't let my hair dry before going to sleep, it gets all like clumpy. I don't know. I don't like to blow dry my hair, so I have to wait for it to dry naturally. But anyways, hoping that will happen. So I'm going to take this in with me, but that's going to be it for today's vlog. This one I think is 30-ish minutes, so sorry about that. But I will chat with you all later, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.